Alright, here we go. We're on the play for our first round. Certainly looks like a keep. Would prefer this Evolving Wilds to be an untapped blue source, but we'll have to make do with a Chart of Course to kind of set the ball in motion. Botanical Sanctum, most likely some kind of energy deck, whether Sultai or Temur remains to be seen. It's not a bad draw. We can pitch that with Chart of Course. If we find a Refurbish in the future, we can get it back. Yep, looks like Temur. Seeker Square is not a bad draw. I definitely would prefer to play that here than a Minister. See what that finds us. Land. So I can either... I should probably play Drawn Catacomb into Minister here, rather than Evolving Wild, since next turn my plan is to play a 3-drop anyway. It's only bad if we like happen to top deck a Refurbish. Not planning to block here. Well, it depends on what he does. Oh, he's just not attacking. Okay. It's gonna have to be a decision, I guess, if he sent it in. Alright, let's start off with Champion of Wits. See what that finds us. It's possible he's holding up a Braid. Alright, another God-Pharaoh's Gift. I think I want to pitch Gift, definitely one of the gifts, and then something else. Possibly Minister. I kind of want to keep the other God-Pharaoh's Gift. I don't want to rely too hard on drawing Refurbishes. We might need to hardcast one way down the line, because this game looks like it might go long. So let's do that. Evolving Wilds can go get us a Plains. Just did nothing with this turn. So I will be keeping a Braid in mind in the future. Harness Lightning on the champion, that's fine. Probably just gonna chump block the Long Tusk Cub this turn. Don't really want to give him free energy. Let's go grab our land now. Doesn't really matter if we do it now or later. Grab Plains. Well, I might want to send it in next turn so I can champion or chart a course with well, I guess I have the Minister for that. Why don't we mill ourselves first? See if that changes my decision. It probably won't. Milled some good cards, unfortunately. I don't know if 2 energy is really going to matter for him. I guess I'm just taking this. I might be wrong. Because generally this deck doesn't mind chump blocking so much. But I do kind of want to have the potential to attack and get Revolt, or whatever it's called, Raid active for Chart of Course, and hold back the Minister. Alright, well we drew a land, so we're probably just going to Angel of Invention instead. I'm just going to make servos here, That deck has a lot of ways to kill an Angel of Invention. Glorybringer, Harness Lightning, Abrade, I'll deal with it either way. I'll send with both of my guys. No need to really mill with Minister right now, and I can get in some free damage. This turn I will chump with a servo if he gives me the option. I could double block, but that just doesn't seem right. Vizier of Many Faces, oh, interesting. It's not a big deal. We're not as worried about going over the top of him, because eventually we're going to get there just, you know, based on our deck doing what it does. Okay, so Long Tusk Cub is a 4. I can double block it, but you can just put a counter on it. Doesn't seem great. Let's just chump block. I mean, I can force him to use his energy, but it just doesn't seem that worth it to me. See what we draw. Another champion, huh? Okay, so I think I want to send with definitely the Angel, because I wouldn't mind this trade. Probably the Seeker Squire as well. I would just trade for a servo, I guess. Maybe that's not worth it. Yeah, I think just the Angel. Then we'll post-combat cast Chart of Course. See what that finds us, and then we can Champion of Wits and go from there. Yeah, this trade is fine. It's better for me to have... I mean, he does get the Vizier back at a future date, but I don't really want him to have his board bigger for the rest of the game. Alright, so let's lead with Champion before we play our land, in case we want to play a tap land this turn. Okay, let's pitch Freebooter and I guess Champion. Definitely want to keep my lands and my God-Pharaoh's Gift. It's just a matter of would I rather have a Freebooter or a Champion. I guess, yeah, let's just put the other Champion in the yard. Play Island, pass. So now if he doesn't have a way to deal with my God-Pharaoh's Gift, feels like I'm in pretty good shape. Like, I kind of want him to just play like a Glorybringer or something here, because that I don't really care about. Let's make this graveyard, or this battlefield, a little bigger. Try to maximize our use of space here, because Moto is not generally known for being good at that. We can put this in an empty space here. Okay. This is nice. We get to kind of fill up all the gaps in the battlefield here. Opponent's playing Bristling Hydras, fine. Leaving up 2 mana again, which again could be in a Braid. So there's a world where we might just want to play Freebooter here. Let's just chump with a servo again. Let's mill ourselves. Finding stuff. I can't really tell what I milled this turn. Strategic planning. Yeah, so the 2 mana being left up is very suspicious to me. I feel like there might be an Abrade in my future. So I might not want to play this God-Pharaoh's Gift this turn. I might want to just freeboot her into strategic planning and take it from there. I'm not in any immediate risk of like losing to his board. I could also just get back a Champion of Wits. That might be the absolute safest play. It uses all my mana. Progresses my hand and my board pretty well. Let's just go ahead and do that. No need to just put myself in the risk of losing to something like an Abrade. Draw 4. Pretty good. Let's pitch 2 of our worst cards. Minister for sure, and probably just a freebooter. No, I might want to keep those freebooters actually. Let's pitch the Seeker Squire, because I don't really need it at this point. Then we'll just pass the turn. Now we're just in Value Town, and we still have more Champion of Wits to come. So we really don't have to do anything until we're absolutely feel safe. And he's like suspiciously leaving up 2 mana every turn, which leads me to believe he almost certainly has an Abrade. Now the only thing now is he is able to make some attacks. Probably want to gang up on this Bristling Hydra here. He can pump it up 3 times, up to 6 toughness, so let's put 6 power in front of it. And then we'll just chump the Long Tusk Cub again. So we'll probably just pump it once, but then we just trade off, and I'm fine with this trade, even though we're trading down on resources. We're just buying ourselves time, and we have the inevitability at this point. Counters is fine. Rootbound Crag is tapped even at this point in the game. That's pretty funny. Another Seeker Squire. Alright, once again, I'm not too thrilled with the prospect of playing God-Pharaoh's Gift here. So I might just once again go for the Champion of Wits plan. I could also Hostage Taker plus cast the Long Tusk Cub and just use that to chump. Let's start with a strategic planning. I think. Because I can still play multiple things this turn. No, you know what? I'm just going to keep going down the value train. Let's go for Champion. Next turn, if I find 2 lands here, I can play Freebooter and God-Pharaoh's Gift in the same turn. So I'd like to find lands here. Alright, good. Let's pitch Seeker Squire and a Chart of Course. Play Drowned Catacomb. Pass the turn. Here I'm just going to block the Cub if he sends in with both. Oh, actually I could double up on the Bristling Hydra to kill it again. I think I'm fine with that. I'll take 1 hit from the Cub. At most I'm taking 6 as things stand. This could entice him to use a removal spell. He's going to double pump and let the trade happen, but again, I'm totally fine with that. We're just whittling away at his board. And again, doing nothing. Alright, so here's the turn where we're going to do things. Start with the Freebooter. See what he's got going on. Oh, just 2 land. Okay. Well, that makes things easier. Now we play the Gift. And that should end the game. Let's get back an Angel, put 2 counters on it, send in for 6. So we could have won this game a while ago, but I felt like we were far enough ahead at all points that there was no reason to risk exposing ourselves to an Abrade. So I still like the play. Yep, he just can't win anyway. So, post board against Temur, This is a matchup where I think I definitely want to go for just the value plan and kind of trim down on the all-in on the God-Pharaoh's gift plan. So this is a matchup where I might just want to cut all my refurbishes. Could also bring in negate, cast out and fumigator options. Basically, these cards are the only ones I know I don't want, but I'd be okay with all of the rest of these. So yeah, I kind of want to just like cut some refurbishes, cut some God-Pharaoh's gifts, do something like this. Bring in just good cards on their own. And then the question is, what do I not want? Minister of Inquiries gets a lot less good. I don't really want it at all, actually, because we're not as all in on the plan of filling our graveyard. And then we can trim on like strategic planning, chart a course, because we're bringing in the Search for Iscantas also, which is just kind of like a better version of these two when we're planning for the game to go long. Now that we're not all in on the combo plan, because they're going to be bringing in Abrades and Negates, which is why I don't want to go in on the refurbished God-Pharaoh's gift, but I don't mind keeping a couple in, just to give us a late game total over the top card. But then we also have like Scarab God Hostage Taker, which gives us a lot of game in the late game. So let's see if this post-board plan works out. In theory, I like this plan, but I haven't actually tried it yet in this particular matchup. I mean, I don't hate strategic planning chart, of course, but definitely the priority is getting just some of the bad cards out. And by bad, I mean cards that are only really good in the games where we're going for the all-in God-Pharaoh's gift, and I don't think that's what we want to be doing. Now we're just basically an Esper mid-range deck. And it depends on what he's doing too. Maybe I see things that change my mind, but it's unlikely, because Temur decks are pretty malleable. You know, you can kind of morph them into whatever deck you want it to be post-board. This hand is not spectacular. I might even mulligan it. We have a cycling land. We have a play. This God-Pharaoh's gift is going to be pretty dead. I think I keep it, though. He's mulling to 5. Scries to the bottom. But if he just has like a turn 2 long test cub, like... Oh, green belt. Oh, interesting. So he's on more of an aggressive plan. I'm going to play the Glacial Fortress first, because I'm planning to go courtyard. So if I draw like a Champion of Wits, I can play it right away. Let's see what his turn 2 play is. Yep, there's the cub. Alright, well, okay, Fumigate was a good draw. Let's see what he's got going on in his hand. Okay, we take a negate, but that's all he's got going on, just a Hydra and a Greenbelt Rampager. But this will actually work out okay, even if he finds lands. Because then we can Fumigate and he won't be able to negate. But in the meantime, he is going to be getting some beats in. And he's going to have the negate back once we do eventually Wrath. Ooh, that was a good draw. Alright, let's go ahead and play that. Attack for 1. But again, we are taking quite a bit of damage in the meantime. We're still 2 turns off from the Fumigate. But now we have an active search. Okay, he found a land. Ooh, does he have a 3-drop too? Yeah, a pretty solid hand from him, but as long as we survive, like I kind of want him to draw a land next turn so he plays the Hydra, because I think we just win like basically on the spot if we're able to fumigate. See how all in he wants to go on the cub. Not too bad. Okay, search for Iscanta, see what it finds us. What? It's not showing me the top card for some reason, but it says put Kitesail Freebooter into the yard. So I'll say yes. And draw a card. Alright, Hostage Taker is interesting. Don't really want to cast it right now because then he'd just get whatever it is back once I fumigate. So let's play land. Let's cycle farmland. Maybe we draw another 2-drop that we can play. So currently we're taking 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is fine, because then we get to fumigate. And I could have not played my land before farm landing, but then I might have wanted to play like a black 2-drop or a blue 2-drop. So I'm gonna leave my freebooter back to block a potential Thopter. It's not a big difference, but 6, 8, I guess 10 if he puts two counters on the Long Tusk Cub. But yeah, I'm going to take all this damage. Puts me to 3. He draws a land, so we know his last card is the Bristling Hydra. Let's see what Search for Azcanta finds me. Put Island into my yard. Yeah, I don't really want Island right now. Ooh, another Fumigate. That's pretty good. Alright, attack for 1 and Fumigate. So we go back up to 7. Now he has a Negate back in his hand. So then he's going to play Hydra, I'm going to play Fumigate, and then we go from there. Put Negate into the yard. No, I'll draw Negate. I like Negate. Let's go fetch an island, because might as well. Then Fumigate again. Then we can Hostage Taker his next play with Negate back up. Potentially even cast a God-Pharaoh's Gift next turn if I decide I want to flip my search. It would only get back a freebooter right now, but if he taps low enough, that might be good enough. Alright, so we know he has a Negate in hand. So let's search, put Chart a Course into the yard. How good is Chart a Course right now? It's not that great, actually. Let's put it into the yard. It's card neutral. I think I can go for some real cards here. And then I will transform the Azcanta and start using it. Alright, Seeker Squire, I'll play that. Play a land. So next turn I can God-Pharaoh's Gift with Negate back up if I find another land. But now we're just... See, this is kind of what I'm talking about. We don't even really need to combo off. We're just outvaluing him here. Activate Azcanta. Find another God-Pharaoh's Gift. Put those on the bottom. Alright, land, so that should basically do it. So we can negate as negate. Then we even have a backup if we want. Now we can freebooter him, because why not? Probably doesn't have anything. I'm guessing it's just a land for his last card. Ooh, Confiscation Coup. Get out of here. Well, that worked much better than expected. I mean, I guess technically I could have still beaten a Confiscation Coup with Hostage Taker, targeting my own God-Pharaoh's Gift, but that would have been annoying. But now he has very few outs. Yeah. Playing another God-Pharaoh's Gift doesn't do much, but I might as well, right? I guess I just Hostage Taker Rogue Refiner for maximum value. Well, no, I don't want to get too greedy, because I might want to save this Hostage Taker in case he plays a... No. Whatever. maximum greed, even though this doesn't do anything right now. Because we only have one creature to get back, but still. Might as well. I'm gonna save this hostage taker in case he, yeah, this game is just way over. I mean, he did mold a 5 there, which is unfortunate, but our sideboard plane really performed there, much better than I was expecting, so yeah, already happy with this deck.